we are underway. And let's go. Walk us through the champion selections.
Yeah, let's take a look. We should have them up at the top in just a moment. We've got k1llsen with Nyx, Slash, and Ranger. And we have got the Anarchy Sorlag that I was predicting you get in that sort of k1llsen CPMA background, plus the Ranger as well. Nyx and Anarchy, though, being our first matchup.
k1llsen licks gellehsak with that opening LG exchange and forces him elsewhere. gellehsak just playing a cautious game. Those first two rockets from k1llsen do a phenomenal amount of damage, and that will be welcome to the game.
I mean, you often take Anarchy because you can easily escape from the situations that you get yourself into and avoid taking damage, but there just wasn't any time whatsoever. One rocket immobilized him, the second killed him.
That will be a real confidence booster for the Gemma, but waiting from behind is gellehsak, double rocket, and that'll be the end of k1llsen, and we'll tie ourselves up to a frag apiece.
Interesting to see k1llsen using Slash. It's not actually a champion I've seen him use loads and loads, but does work very well on this map, and let's see what kind of speed he can offer us, and if anything reminiscent of what we were getting from Tox earlier. gellehsak, though, receiving one rail, make that a second. You trust k1llsen to land all of these shots, especially against a target as large as Sorlag, where gellehsak is tentative about moving back in.
Yeah, and he got himself out of there nicely. He was just making sure it wasn't covered of his hip.
Wow.
Lovely falling double rocket. The first one on his head, the second one right up against the wall, and k1llsen eliminated.
All right, Tospa, I might need to hold heavy on any of these predictions anymore because gellehsak's looking really nice at the moment. His aim is on point, loving his positioning and just his reactive plays.
More specific than just his aim is on point, his rocket is on tip-top form.
That's it, and it's absolutely crucial. You can do so much damage with that gun, and if you're able to slow down an opponent, and as I was saying, immobilize them, you really can do anything you want with them. Your opponent, that is, your prey.
Well, here we go, k1llsen with one life left. One champion left.
Well, definitely a nice champion to use. You've got a lot of mobility with the dire orb that you can use and teleport to the location, with that added chance that you can even teleport inside the opponent and perforate them and kill them no matter what their stack is. He just walks right past Sorlag. Doesn't take much damage, could count himself a little bit lucky there, as you can see the health and armor below the character boxes at the top. You can see that gellehsak has a lot of it available.
Big hit from gellehsak, 90 from afar, nicely done as he'll now look to hound out and finish off k1llsen if he can. He smells blood, he smells a round win.
But he's got escaped. Yeah, that armor's going to be up in a moment, and it's just surely signal to him, all right, go time. He might be baiting it, actually. That could be very intelligent of it, but obviously giving away his location now.
It is go time, and the rockets are going to keep k1llsen away. There's the rail to try and finish him off. One more, and he's gone. Surely k1llsen still somehow alive. Escapes with just one bar, and gellehsak is hunting. And k1llsen rockets himself out, almost kills himself in the process, but does escape and lives to fight another day.
Well, this is good map control as well from gellehsak. I actually almost really like what he did against k1llsen and the armor, not taking himself to maximum damage, but look at this response from k1llsen. He's missing very important rails. It's uncharacteristic of him to miss rails on a target the size of a Zeppelin.
There is no armor on gellehsak right now. k1llsen has an opportunity here as gellehsak will be waiting for him with three rockets, and that will be that. Nice play from gellehsak. More importantly, I have a feeling all three kills came with the rocket launcher.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And that last trap right at the end, k1llsen just walked right into it, and it seemed so easy for him. k1llsen's got to wake up a little bit, because gellehsak does not seem to be any kind of easy player to go against. And I've got to say, I'm already very impressed with his performance.
Yeah, no slouches, gellehsak. His rocket placement's been magnificent. And here we are with his weapon of choice already and underway for round 2.
k1llsen's just waiting for him to come down to the LG, assuming that he's going to want to pick it up at some point. He's not getting any love just then, though. And will slowly make his way around to other weapons. gellehsak guarding that railgun in case k1llsen hasn't got it already, knowing that he's going to want to fetch it. And an early use of the Ghost Walk. Nothing really achieved. I guess he does avoid almost certain death from a rail. He needs a health bubble. If you're 80 health or collective health and armor or less, then a rail will kill you. And you want to keep your life as long as possible.
Here comes that exchange. Rockets raining down from k1llsen onto gellehsak. Will help himself to a 25 of armor. and allow gellehsak to escape, but k1llsen will be above him as he goes over towards the armory. Now, k1llsen is waiting, one rail on. Can he finish off? gellehsak's going into him. Boom! gellehsak, 2 rails. k1llsen brought out the LG when dropping down. Your thoughts on that exchange?
Well, there was no range. Lightning gun is a sort of a short to medium range weapon, and you don't do any damage whatsoever, even if your crosshairs right on them at long distances. And he was just faffing about changing weapons, whereas gellehsak was just thinking, well, I'm gonna get my crosshair on you and kill you. That's something you don't want to reflect on too much right away, because it's almost an embarrassing frag to have against you.
Well, so far, so good for the Canadian here. And the pair of them will exchange rails once again. And k1llsen rockets up him. Once you go up, you become very vulnerable. And this is going to surely be a gellehsak finishing him off. And no, k1llsen somehow escapes. But this is looking very, very good for gellehsak.
It actually really is. We saw some double backs from k1llsen, trying to buy himself some space on the map and play with his mind a bit. Rocket's not going to land. 19 damage, not going to be enough. Almost getting a crazy angle just then. Is he going to be able to read where k1llsen's going now?
Big hit from the rail there.
Wow.
There you go.
He's landing all the important shots at the moment. This is, again, just continuation. There just seems to be no second thoughts as to whether or not he's capable of doing it. He is just going for it.
Yeah, gellehsak looks confident. k1llsen looks uncomfortable.
Yeah. In a nutshell, absolutely. He's definitely not come out of his shell so far. His rails aren't really connecting that much. And at this stage, 2.5 minutes left in the round, gellehsak doesn't need to force a frag. He's put himself in such a comfortable position.
On board with k1llsen.
I think he might have just seen him cross on the left, so he's he's definitely gonna check it. But again, rockets, okay, on this occasion, it's k1llsen who's landing the strong rockets, and he's gonna get himself his first frag of the round.
3 rockets does the job. Helps himself to health and armor as well. He'll now go hunting for his way back into round 2.
This is a huge stack as well for him to have. Although he is going up against a Sorlag who's got his ability available. You can see that little tick at the bottom of the Sorlag box. That's the signal that acid spit damage could be at the ready. Now they're just wandering slowly around the map, but that's noise, the sound cue.
Nicely done there. Just almost an assassination coming from behind. Didn't see him and was able to help himself to a lot of unanswered health or unanswered attack. And now gellehsak is on the run from a very, very hungry German.
And it's actually really good timing on the items as well for k1llsen, because there's no mega immediately available for gellehsak. He can't top up his health up too much right now. It means that k1llsen's going to be able to continue rotating those items, the big items at least, himself, and keep pushing that pressure onto gellehsak. He's got a minute to get 1 frag, and gellehsak's going to be trying to survive desperately at the moment.
gellehsak needs to play k1llsen, he needs to play the clock. He's in no hurry, he's up here. He just needs to take away this momentum, but there it is! What a hit from k1llsen, talk me through it.
That's just the dial right there, and that was phenomenal accuracy from k1llsen. You can do an infinite amount of damage with that weapon if you're getting the right trajectories, you're making the right predictions, and all of a sudden k1llsen has turned around on its head, and he is going to tie it up.
Talk us through kind of the round format and how that played out there in front of us, because gellehsak had momentum in his back pocket, but the reset to the round changed everything.
Yeah, no, completely. What happened is if there was the 2-0, gellehsak was in a huge advantage. But he wasn't really being able to play the defensive position. The first frag, he was sitting up at the top by where you'd normally see the power-up spawn. k1llsen knew he was there, so his position wasn't really securely covered. He's not giving himself the escape routes that well. And when you're looking at the clock ticking down and thinking, oh, I'm almost winning the round, that's when it gets most nerve-wracking. And maybe touching on those points you brought up earlier regarding management of those stressful tournament situations.
On board with k1llsen as he chases gellehsak and evades. gellehsak is going to get himself out of harm's way rather than come back for a second bite of the cherry.
Spots him a little bit underneath, but looks like gellehsak doesn't favor this engagement. When you're going up against someone on high ground, unless you're going to be just abusing the lightning gun, you're probably not going to do yourself many favors.
I like this from gellehsak. He didn't pick a fight that he knew he couldn't win. And he did not waste anything here. But now, gellehsak will escape as k1llsen comes from behind now. LG to LG. gellehsak's down to 35 points of health. Quickly bubbles up, but he's going to have to get himself away because k1llsen has the stack advantage.
I mean, there was good and bad things there for gellehsak. Good, he forced the Ghost Walk out. Bad, he took a lot of damage, and right there is the climax of it. k1llsen with perfect rockets, and now his Ghost Walk's back up. So it seems that k1llsen's starting to get into things. Maybe seemed to be surprised by the quality of gellehsak's plays early on, but is adapting nicely.
Well, k1llsen's done a lot of damage there. Is now looking to finish off gellehsak. Can he do it? Oh, you bet he can! gellehsak falling backwards and is plucked out of the sky by the rail of k1llsen. And, well, k1llsen is coming stronger and stronger as we go on. What I will say is different from round 1 all the way through to round 3 is gellehsak landed almost every rocket in round 1. Now he's not.
Yeah, k1llsen's switching up his playstyle pretty nicely. He's not putting himself in such vulnerable positions for the rockets. And if anything else, gellehsak seems like he's using the rockets less. Maybe he should just stick with what he's been getting his successes with. k1llsen, though, has only got 100 collective health and armor. gellehsak got plenty of time to engineer some form of a comeback. But he doesn't need to rush it. There's no need to just get into a fight right away. Pick your resources first.
k1llsen a win away from winning the round.
And that would put him on map point as well, which he would certainly expect to be seeing soon. Wow, that retaliation from that was actually a fantastic read. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to execute, and k1llsen's just going to push around the corner, grab himself another kill, and that's going to make it 2-1.
Talking about those rockets, X% of all rocket shots are somewhat predictable. You know, the second shot is certainly predictable. You hit the first one, you're going to bounce. You know where you're bouncing to. The second one's there. k1llsen, in avoiding, you know, the rockets, has avoided that second one, and you know, has nullified what gellehsak was doing so well.
Yeah, completely. And that's it. You've hit the nail right on the head. If you can avoid that first one, then you're not going to be immobilized, and you're going to be able to dodge a little bit better. And maybe gellehsak needs to put his focus back on that. But it's tricky, though. It's not really the fault of gellehsak if k1llsen's modifying his positions favorably.
Let's see what whether there's an answer here, because k1llsen is certainly asking some questions now of gellehsak. We're on board with him, and there are those 2 rockets sent down in k1llsen's direction, but k1llsen didn't go down for the armor in the end, and thus didn't get it. Rail hit by gellehsak. He will take a slender lead here as k1llsen has to escape to pick up health. Still has no armor. There's an opportunity now as gellehsak tries to drop a rocket down. k1llsen's waiting for him, coming out with the LG. Oh, in the end, neither will really come out of that one with a win.
That was, again, decent. Whenever you're forcing out that Ghost Walk from the Nyx, you're giving yourself a time limit where they're very vulnerable with their small health and armor stack. And hitting a rail just then, he should push this, but that rocket from k1llsen is huge because it then makes gellehsak so vulnerable. Both of these squishy champions can't afford to take these big hits.
Here it is. They are raining rockets on top of each other, and if there was a rocket headshot, I think it was that. As gellehsak connects and now looks for more. That LG tearing through k1llsen, and that will be 2 quick frags for gellehsak.
Very nicely done.
Oh, this could be 3! Wow. He's got it, and he's turned this round right on its head. Ties us up at 2-2. k1llsen, almost unfortunate with those spawns, these shots right on top of an LG twice.
I mean, a wonderful play there from gellehsak to take advantage. I think k1llsen had the chance to dire orb away, but he almost just dire orbed into the action further and just sacrificed himself for what turned out to be absolutely nothing whatsoever. So put themselves on to the 5th round here of map 1. This is already pretty tense and close. Honestly, I'm struggling to call it right now, even based on predictions made earlier. To hell with it.
Well, anything that takes us to 5 rounds, I'm happy with.
What usually at this stage in the patterns that you get in online is the later you're going into the duels and the more rounds you go into, the slower it usually ends up getting as the rounds matter more and more. So I would expect that we don't see a frag immediately. But you know what, I might just be massively wrong.
Commentator's curse almost. k1llsen dropped down to 27 points of health, has to escape, and will do so because gellehsak was booming in on frag number 1.
Yeah, that was close. 25 health bubble. putting himself in a bit more of a comfortable position, but he either needs to avoid combat completely, or he just needs to get some hourglasses and ensure that his cooldown is ready for the next fight. And k1llsen can breathe a sigh of relief of Ghost Walk.
Oh, that rail will start things nicely for gellehsak. The second follows up as well. k1llsen's in trouble. And right as Zoot said, he had picked up some hourglasses, and he was ready to escape.
That's it. And story rewinds once again. He's very vulnerable. Now, I don't think he really needed to use the Ghost Walk last time around. He actually dodged the rail, but it was almost kind of instinctive that sort of that panic mode just sets in just a little bit. There should be some more hourglasses available behind him, but he's happy to keep this more front-facing position. Amazing rockets there from gellehsak. With 3 seconds left, he's going to go back in. He hasn't got his Ghost Walk up. And that was an awful move from k1llsen in the end. It did not need that aggression.
To be honest, I was surprised both of them went back in. Neither went into that exchange, into that final exchange with much to play with, but they went for broke, and it was gellehsak who came out on top. You don't buy a ticket, you don't win the lottery. gellehsak in round 5 is up 1 frag to 0. Opportunity here for k1llsen coming from behind. Double rocket from gellehsak, and k1llsen, well, that was his moment, surely.
That was absolutely it. He felt that he just got him by surprise for a moment, but gellehsak responding flawlessly. And we have just got the Ranger, and he's just going to be able to find gellehsak just then. I don't know if he wanted to be a part of that. k1llsen's just rushing him for some reason. He hasn't got his dire orb up. There it is, the injection. He's going to use it. Can he get the LG out in time? He just about makes it, and gellehsak destroys him in this round.
Star was that he was going head for him, and he timed his charges to perfection. So let's see what we see.
We are gellehsak to begin with, going up against the Ranger. There is a Galena picked by k1llsen, but Galena is just going to murder him right off the get-go. Galena now picked. Is there I think we may have just seen a totem used very quickly, but I think I blinked and I missed the action, but gellehsak already going to have to be very aware of that, and we should notice a sudden change of pace from that.
Well, I haven't quite taken my seat having seen that first frag. gellehsak patiently waiting. Polosatiy Megri gets himself out of there. And k1llsen connects with a few, and then the rails there, but didn't actually hit. And now let's see whether he, with his own rail, can hit. It can! Can he finish off k1llsen? k1llsen escapes in the end.
Very strong rail just then from gellehsak. It did really secure him that armor. And now there's 15 seconds between the two major items. We should see a few moments, well, at least a couple of rotations where gellehsak is securing everything. Right now, being able to guard the Mega, and he's so afraid of a rail or a rocket coming down, he forces the injection out. So he's not going to have that for quite a few moments.
But he's still going to chase out, and his first and second rockets connect, and his LG finishes off the job. gellehsak starting as he finished the last.
Now, again, you see that k1llsen moved into the fight just then, going around it. What is happening with these rockets as well? Just missing the rail. We're again getting some really uncharacteristic aggression from k1llsen, almost as if he feels he deserves to be getting the frags, but he's not. He's going to have to fight for them and earn them himself.
k1llsen was down on like 2 health there as well, and that could have been round 1. gellehsak, beautiful timing on those 2 rockets. Let's see whether he can finish off the job here, as his next rocket takes k1llsen down to 15, and his LG will complete. That is gellehsak, round 1 up against k1llsen, and he is wasting no time here.
Yeah, k1llsen is staring death in the face at the moment. He does not want this. He's expecting. Maybe it's unfair for me to say expecting round of 16. I know he's working hard for it, but he's someone who will be surprised if he's not able to make it to that distance. So he's going to have to tone it down completely at the moment. And got to remember, he's sharing a group with Tom Servo and Python. Python being one of the best Australian players. I would be very careful if I were k1llsen at the moment, because you could be destroying your tournament lifeline if you're not able to get more successes in this match versus gellehsak.
Well, here we go. LG coming up, and here we go. It's going to be a big opportunity here for k1llsen. In fact, he forces gellehsak down to no armor in this exchange, and he's going to continue to pick a few shots up as gellehsak wants that armor. Isn't going to be able to get it, and k1llsen, beneath it, having had the Mega, has plenty to play with, and will take the armor himself after gellehsak left it.
That's smart. That's patience that we're seeing from gellehsak. He didn't have to force his way onto the armor and put himself at risk just then. He's very happy to see k1llsen getting it himself. But can he survive the fight? Not quite.
I feel maybe you cursed him.
Yeah, I think I did just then, because he walked right back into the room and just died immediately, which is not what I would have prescribed him. But at least we saw something there that we've not seen a lot of from k1llsen.
So k1llsen has the first frag of round 2. And let's see, maybe it was a case of that first frag in round 1 just threw him on tilt.
It's possible. We have got a lot of emotional players in this tournament, but at this stage you've got to put everything like that aside. And you've got to have your eyes on the prize, essentially.
And how much is the prize up for competition this week?
Well, you want to get to top spot in the duel, you're looking at 100k to get that, and that is a nice chunk of change for these players, more than any k1llsen will have competed for.
So gellehsak being forced back by k1llsen, and just as gellehsak was escaping, there was a rail that followed him. Held himself up, and now we'll push in, and the charge from k1llsen is on, and much more composed.
Yeah, that was a lot better. Picked his fight very well just then. gellehsak had a very limited amount of health on that occasion, and his lightning gun looked very strong. k1llsen seemed, is he trying to bait in the lower armor? Not going to mean anything to him just then. And although gellehsak is 2 champions down halfway through, he's not giving up on this. There is still time for sure, even if it means waiting until the last 15 seconds, you can still do it.
gellehsak helps himself to 40 points of health now. He's going to go chasing, possibly didn't need to, but did land a rail with it. Forces k1llsen away. k1llsen has just a little bit more health than gellehsak, but there is a fight here if he can hit the first shot.
He needs to get some health. There we go. Squeaky bum time when I see people who are on 80 health or less, just because, especially when you're going up against a player like k1llsen, that rail could be anywhere.
And k1llsen hasn't been able to really heal himself up, so there is a window of opportunity for gellehsak now, but he is waiting to take it, and k1llsen does get armor and does get health, and that window has closed.
Working with that overstack at the moment. Will slowly tick down, but k1llsen in the driving seat doesn't need to force the fight. He is happy to see that clock get to 5 minutes. It's going to be gellehsak in the next 30 seconds. Also, gellehsak's going to have to start forcing a fight, especially when he's got to get rid of that ghost walk first, and then chase, and make a good read. He does dire orb up to the top, so he's lost that mobility for the moment, and k1llsen might regret being on here, actually.
A lot of damage done by gellehsak. gellehsak smells blood as he looks to go down. And oh, k1llsen's rail was waiting for him as gellehsak took a moment to breathe. And it ties us up at 1-1. And these two going round for round.
Beautiful. I actually don't mind the move that gellehsak made just then. If he was a couple of seconds faster, or was able to make a prediction on where k1llsen would have been post Ghost Walk, then that could have panned out a little differently. Just a ballsy play, and obviously with less than a minute to go, you got to do something.
Yeah, the clock, big factor for him there as well. And you can see he who frags first so far has won all of the rounds.
That's a good observation then. I had not noticed.
No spring chicken.
It's a bit more tentative now from these players. He says, as gellehsak rushes towards him. Go.
There are the first licks from that LG of k1llsen, and the rail on gellehsak, and gellehsak's in real trouble now as he looks to escape, collect to some health, but k1llsen is waiting for him with a rocket. Oh!
That was close. I can almost sort of feel k1llsen's smile just growing larger as each rail he hits lands.
Is it a smile or a smirk?
It starts as a smirk, and then as the angle sort of moves upwards, then it turns to a smile. But he needs that to build his confidence. If he's hitting bad rail, then, I mean, he just wants to uninstall then.
gellehsak with no patience whatsoever, but gets in and out with the armor. Nicely done. It took him a lot of health to lose, but if nothing else, he denied k1llsen that fight.
Good work with the rail from gellehsak. Another shot would force out the Ghost Walk. He can't find it, but that's all right for the time being. Has he got his mind on the item. No, he doesn't. And that missed rail means that k1llsen's going to comfortably jump down and pick up the Mega himself. If he had the lightning gun out, though, that could have been a different story. Got to be ever so careful with the weapon you choose to have out. If you shoot that rail and you miss, you're not going to be able to re-equip a different weapon for the best part of a second, which is light years, well, years in Quake time.
Wow, big hit from gellehsak from afar. That rail dispatches of k1llsen, and this map has opened up, and we've already been playing for some 2 minutes as well.
He's now there. It's going to be k1llsen who's going to be forced to make a move at some point. But with many seconds, he can put some totems around. Although having totems in these open spaces, maybe not advised so much, just because it's easier to find them and get rid of them with 50 damage done from any weapon. But if he is able to land some sneaky totems, then that's going to be very good. Pressure down at the bottom on the lightning gun. And actually, gellehsak, forced to use the injection, isn't able to do much of that by. He's going to be disappointed to have failed just and having gotten k1llsen so low. Ow, that lightning gun, it burns so hard. And k1llsen bringing all the 7s out.
gellehsak's going to be so mad. He'll have felt in that first exchange he could have won it, and then in that second, that LG just denied him like any ability to move and pick up the fight that he wanted. And you can just, we've all been there. His blood is going to be boiling at this moment in time. He's got to calm it down, and he's got to know that he's still in this. There's only one champion down.
Yeah, as long as he's got his mind on the timings and he's able to steal at least one of these major items, preferably the armor at this stage, then he's in a good position to set up for a fight. But he's got to be wary. He's right to the left of him. Is he going to notice him? No, he's not. LG comes out. Dirob's going to miss completely, and k1llsen is going to pick up round 3.
You know what I really like there? k1llsen waited.
Yeah.
gellehsak came out, and there was like 5 seconds where k1llsen waited just to make sure that when he opened up with the best possible shot. And he got it, and he finished off calmly.
I like it, and that's some patience that we've not really been seeing from k1llsen otherwise, and we're finally seeing him make some really calculated decisions. gellehsak there moving at the speed of light to secure that first armor. He's going to drop back down and regret being anywhere near him.
Yeah, k1llsen doing a lot of damage with that LG early on. And if our last round was nice and calm, this one has been anything but.
Yeah, completely. I think it's now time for gellehsak to lick his wounds a bit, go back to the outskirts of the map. He does not want to face up against k1llsen just yet. k1llsen. Bloody senses tingling. Oh, I like the jump, but actually the response from gellehsak is wonderful. Is gellehsak even going to go for the armor? I love that there from k1llsen. A rocket jump to wall climb from Nyx.
gellehsak will know that he's lost that, and he'll wonder where can he find the German next. As gellehsak is actually over, coming around now, sees that rocket, and that'll force him back. And think, oh, big hit.
Oh, I thought it was more.
Yeah.
It felt like it would have been a deeper thud.
Mega contested, and gellehsak needs to be a ghost at the moment.
Feels like he has been. Okay, he sees the armor up. I was worried that his timing was a bit off. He knows what's going on. He's just not really able to react on the items or set up for them the way he wants to. He almost seems afraid of the presence that k1llsen's got on Blood Run.
And here is that LG of k1llsen. Does a world of damage, but gellehsak still has enough health to play with. k1llsen will go down again. Rail onto gellehsak. gellehsak's got next to nothing left. But k1llsen has the Mega for his troubles as well. And now we'll go looking for the finisher.
It's really weird for k1llsen to choose to use... Okay, got a response there for gellehsak for a moment. I was going to say, it's strange to use the Ghost Walk, which... Well, it didn't matter if he could hear the Ghost Walk or see the Ghost Walk being used, but he heard the bounce pad being used, so it's like, okay, someone's going to be around the corner. Maybe there's some kind of reverse or inverted mind games of some sort being used. Anyway.
For all of k1llsen's item control in this round, the scoreboard remains the same, and that rail hit is the almighty leveler.
Actually is. That's actually a significant shot landed there by gellehsak, and I don't know if he tried to get onto the armor.
Oh, wow, what a double rail from k1llsen. And gellehsak had no idea where k1llsen was, had a rail behind him, and then waiting for him as he came out the teleport. Beautiful play from k1llsen.
And that is harder than it looks to land those 2 shots on speedy moving Anarchy. Great predictions. Fantastic play there from k1llsen. And it's good to see him finally bringing this to the match.
If I'm not wrong on gellehsak's jump, he also missed the armor going into that as well, which I think he will live to regret. Would love to see a replay, but don't think we will. And there's the next rail coming in. It's gellehsak down onto k1llsen this time, and k1llsen has next to no health, or had next to no health, but gellehsak unable to finish off the job. gellehsak nicely stacked. This is his first opportunity in a while, and he's going to chase it out, and now is hounding down. Oh, just get strong.
I love the little backwards movement around the corner. Doesn't matter after he picks up the mega health, as that rail comes out and nullifies any of the benefits he would have received. But he needs to maybe press forward. Problem is he can't press forward as much as he would like to because that acid spit is not available. Sees the armor. I think they both do.
First rocket is k1llsen's. Oh, if nothing else, k1llsen pushed him well away from it.
And there's some, I'm sure, some anxiety there for gellehsak at the moment. We've got the mega coming up. He does a rocket expecting k1llsen to turn up. Unfortunately for him, does not take another rail as he would have been on a critical level of health.
gellehsak has been unable to make his item control count for anything. In fact, in this first round, k1llsen picked up that one frag. Sorry, in round 4, k1llsen picked up that one. I'm going to shut up. Here we go. k1llsen doing a lot of damage. In the end, it was gellehsak trying to get himself out of there, rockets into the wall, and takes himself down. And k1llsen forces that, and we're up 2-0.
Yeah, that was just something going horribly wrong just then. He chanced his luck going onto that armor, and there was absolutely no point. k1llsen knows it's up there. He knows that it's temptation for gellehsak to go on, and obviously is just going to do as much damage as he can, which resulted in the kill at the end of the day.
gellehsak is in real trouble here. k1llsen a rocket and a rail, and gellehsak has next to no health. And that will be that. And k1llsen comes back with a vengeance. gellehsak and k1llsen tied up at a map apiece.
Up to that reputation that k1llsen's almost given him. So let's see though. There's definitely, it could go either way at this stage. k1llsen's definitely going to be feeling the nerves as well a bit because it's in those early parts of the group stages where the games matter so much, but you've not necessarily warmed into that sort of competitive spirit just yet. And k1llsen, to begin with, he knows exactly where gellehsak is, but can he land the shot that he's looking for? That's going to be a no. He'll back off from that.
Where's your competitive spirit, Zoot? Is it not warmed up yet?
My competitive spirit? My competitive spirit left me in the regionals.
On board with gellehsak, who has armor in abundance as he goes looking for k1llsen, who's right around the corner. First rocket landed, and in map 1 we were seeing gellehsak land the second. Will he this time? He does land the second, but only for a 25, and he's just not connecting onto the German, who does escape.
I think he was maybe making some guesses at, would it be smart for me to push any further, or would I just walk into some rockets? There was possibly one rail that could have finished off k1llsen, but I think he made a sensible, conservative decision just there to hold off on the first frag and wait for maybe a higher chance for it to happen.
And you see there, k1llsen on the mega spawn, unable to see where, or had no idea when gellehsak was there previous. Okay. And this is the difference between the maps. This is much more open with the two players seeing a lot less of each other. And gellehsak is going to go over and collect that. Sorry, it was k1llsen who's going to go over and. No, gellehsak is going to go over and collect that help.
And k1llsen's also just been grabbing all the hourglasses, and there are 10 of them on this map. Each hourglass reducing the cooldown of your ability by 10%. So obviously percentage based, not seconds based. So whatever champion you are, you get the picture. It counts for quite a lot, especially when you rely on those defensive mechanisms to play effectively. Now they're just waiting. It looks like k1llsen just wants some information at the moment, trying to wonder, okay, I know what he's doing. Can make my next action based on that information.
Thought you were about to tell me what he was doing. Lights are going off around us. This is the last match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. I hope they're going to leave the door open for us.
Yeah, please don't lock it.
Here we go. k1llsen and his LG do some damage to gellehsak, but neither player blessed with too much health, and gellehsak in the end will get away with that mega.
This could be nice. Good attack actually from k1llsen, finding some LG damage, but I think only 2 7s landed just then. gellehsak making a good decision, but that armor still not up for a couple of seconds time. k1llsen, does he want to go close? Good retaliatory rocket from gellehsak, pushing him away.
Those players cautious, and I think we won't see those frantic frags that we saw earlier on. I think Zoop has just seen why I was confused about the health earlier as well. And here we go. It will be gellehsak to land a rocket onto k1llsen there, and it will be another opportunity for gellehsak to try and finish off the job. Can he do so? Oh, yes he can, with a with a straightforward rail in the end, and it'll be frag number 1 to the Canadian.
Very nice, picked him off with that rail shot. Difficult to do. Now, is there a totem around the corner? There is, but the gauntlet's coming out from k1llsen. That totem's got down with all the rocket damage, and that's going to be 1 more frag for gellehsak.
Yeah, interesting play there. Walk me through what k1llsen just did.
Not very good things. He kind of, what he did, he just stayed there. I would recommend leaving, and that would increase your chances of survivability, of surviving exponentially. That's my deep technical breakdown of what happened.
I thought maybe there was something I missed. I drew the same conclusion.
Just slightly over-aggressive positioning at the end of the day. So I hope that k1llsen's not going to be falling into the habits that we saw in the earlier maps and rounds. But 30 seconds left. k1llsen might already be thinking about the next round. I don't know how he's going to be able to close the gap with an Anarchy in this space of time and force him to make a mistake. And gellehsak's set up a tent here. He's happy to wait and see if k1llsen's going to show himself at all. And with 10 seconds to go. Oh, he's found him. Is there enough time? All right.
You've squeezed yourself enough.
If k1llsen does something in these seconds, that would be absolutely remarkable. But the spawn was actually delayed as much as possible in the end. So I think there were 2 seconds left in the game for anything to have happened. He picked the most tanky champion possible as well. So just to reduce any chances of k1llsen doing something absolutely insane off the spawn.
gellehsak 1 to the good. Here against k1llsen in the final map.
k1llsen fans, are you sweating right now? Because gellehsak is playing an excellent duel game at the moment. k1llsen, I mean, his last online result was beating Cypher in a winner bracket final. Going from that to something that could dent his chances of making it out the groups here at the Quick World Championships, that would be something special. And not necessarily in a good way for him.
On board with k1llsen now as he has eyes on gellehsak, but can't do anything about it. gellehsak has the health, k1llsen has the armor, and a rocket does k1llsen have as well as it's fired toward him.
k1llsen's playing a lot more scared now as well. He's not imposing himself on the map the same way as before. See if he gets the rockets, maybe that could change things a little bit more, and he should be grabbing them any second now. 10 seconds until each bigger item are up. I would imagine that we're going to see them take their own items, but k1llsen seems to, in this position, force himself. All right, this could go badly. The rail doesn't come in time. He gets the Mega, forces that Ghost Walk, and he's going to be able to grab himself both items. So gellehsak losing out a lot there just because he had that positioning over at the lower teleporter.
That was a great exchange from k1llsen there.
It worked out nice, even though he took that damage and he used the Ghost Walk. It was absolutely brilliant for him. Straight away, getting as many hourglasses as possible. I think maybe that was sense just then. Oh, I don't think he did see the Ghost Walk used. Now k1llsen retains control of that Mega Health.
Yeah, here we go now with his LG. Can he back it up and finish off gellehsak? You bet he can. And that is a frag to the good for k1llsen here.
Back and forth in these rounds. Got a tanky Sorlak to deal with at the moment. That Acid Spit is not going to be doing much work at all. And honestly, if I'm k1llsen at this stage, you've gotten Sorlak so low. Just go and finish the kill. There's no Acid Spit to be worried about. He's just not able to really find where on earth he's gone to.
Yeah, I think that's a problem more than less than knowing it. He saw just how much that LG did. He saw a leg. Can he finish off? onto gellehsak, who has no armor. Here's the jump pad. Can he finish off the kill? Oh, Rocket will do 72 points of health. This should be it. One hit needed with the LG. And that'll be gellehsak down and llsen a kill away from round 2. Oh. Reverse rail, gellehsak in all sorts of trouble.
That rail, I could see that one landing again, but it couldn't quite find enough of the pixel to hit it. Here comes the chase, surely. And with that lightning gun, he's going to ghost walk. I think he maybe expected the fact to happen already, but he'll get it anyway. He's just playing with his food at that stage, and that's going to be 1-to-1.
Nice play from llsen there. He looked in complete control.
Yeah, that was good. Landed some great important shots as well. And setting up nicely for the last potential 3 rounds that we've got available to us. But it's closing. I'm already thinking that maybe we'll get to 2-2. And really, that would be where the duel starts.
You're looking for a nice, exciting finish.
I like that, you know what? You've got to finish this with fireworks, don't you?
gellehsak, no matter what, has given us a very good account of himself. He's shown that his natural kind of technical ability that came through from the CPM days is still ever present.
Yeah, I'm loving watching his Anarchy at the moment as well. He's been doing a couple of things that Vu likes to do on stream as well. Some backwards air control. It's always a stream favorite in my opinion, or maybe it's just my favorite. It just makes things tingle for me. They're not really able to find each other too much at the moment. They're hearing each other, but they really want to go close at this stage. We've got the Mega. Is gellehsak going to try and pressure the armor? Interesting trap, but actually does nothing for llsen in the end. Can barely hit anything, did 19 damage. Ghost Walk's being used. gellehsak's going to make it, but there's a pummel that comes out. That's actually a significant amount of damage that he's done. But both players walk away from the fight.
Yeah, with almost the same health as they go into it now. Double rocket hit. One more to finish off the job. Can gellehsak take the life of llsen? llsen somehow survives! And in the end, a reverse rocket does do enough damage to warn gellehsak away. Had he chased down, there would have been a second waiting for him. And gellehsak making the smart decision not to pursue. He took the Mega, and now, from a position of power, he's going to try and chase out with that armor as well. Can he find a very, very wounded llsen?
Now, what's a massive shame for gellehsak is that he went up against the Nyx with no Ghost Walk at all. Now, llsen has the Ghost Walk, so that escape, he's going to have to force out. This is a horrible position for llsen to have, though. LG versus LG. How's gellehsak hitting?
He wasn't. llsen had the look on him to begin with. And all of gellehsak's advantage just wiped away.
Yeah, he took too long to have the right weapon. Now he's going to move into this. Surely force out the Ghost Walk. There we go. Finds the armor. llsen, he is absolutely legged it from this. Armor's up. Surely you can hear him. Maybe he's assuming that the big item has been taken already, but at the same time, it sounds like llsen's assumed that he's going to take it. All right, let's just forget about lower armor. It's fine. You don't need heavy armor. Spotted him. Oh, that's a huge rail from llsen.
That changes everything in that exchange. And now llsen drops down, drops a few nails with him as he goes down. gellehsak with almost nothing, and llsen has the armor once more. And the advantage for frag number 1 in this is swung back in the Germans' favor here as gellehsak looking to get some armor to bring to the party.
I like the way we're seeing it. Both players, neither player wants to be down around when it's match point. So much going into this round, so much focus from the two of them. We've seeing primarily gellehsak cam at the moment. Direct rocket just landed, but he was available and just did not want to hang around for more than just that single rocket he had fired. Couldn't finish the job.
And I think that's smart. The risk was high to him because he had no armor either. And llsen now does have armor and has picked up health. gellehsak without the armor and is invulnerable here as he pushes through. llsen escapes. gellehsak didn't hit with the rocket and now will be on the run. gellehsak with Mega, no armor, and llsen with health and plenty of armor.
absolutely mental from these. We're seeing some very good reactionary play though from gellehsak. Oh, he's going to find him with the rockets, only landing at 2 damage. 1, there he gets a little more. He has got the injection, but he's just in no man's land at the moment. And what is k1llsen doing? Eventually finishes off the job with the rockets, and we have got 50 seconds. gellehsak with Sorlag. What can he do?
gellehsak just caught with the wrong weapons in the wrong terrain there. And now let's see whether he can get himself back into this, because k1llsen is looking good. Well, to be fair to k1llsen, he also went into that with, gellehsak could have done better and he had the right weapons. Anyway, here we go. It's going to be k1llsen with the opportunity to finish off the job. Oh, drops the rail on his head. gellehsak in so much trouble, but is railing his way out of it and forces k1llsen to escape. They're both 1 rail away from death. And now they are both running their way from each other.
gellehsak's actually given himself a very small chance in these last 10 seconds. You might think not with the amount of health he has, but he lands 1 rail. How much more can he land? LG coming out. Oh, he can't quite make it.
He had to chase, look at the clock.
Yeah, completely. And you know what? He almost made it as well, which is remarkable enough in itself. We are on match point, though, for k1llsen. gellehsak, what have you got left in the tank?
Tense stuff there. You definitely would have felt gellehsak had a chance. He was right in that. And now we go down to match point number 1 in favor of k1llsen. That shotgun hit from gellehsak, he'll drop. He'll get the second one as well. Nice play from gellehsak. He is... He, in the end, escapes and forced a whole world of damage onto k1llsen. k1llsen's got the armor, though, and let's see what he can do. They're going to drop on top of each other. k1llsen's going to get the first look at him. Rail can't follow up. k1llsen escapes.
Very, very close there, actually, for gellehsak. He's playing with fire at the moment with his positions and walking through where k1llsen is, even though he was ghost walked at the time. The armor spawning in a moment. Maybe we'll see an exchange on the items, which is something that gellehsak will probably welcome in open arms. Reset, really, the stack sizes to equality.
Face each other now. Rockets waiting for gellehsak to came around that corner.
Wow.
And k1llsen downs him.
You've got your prime champion just there. He's gone. You're going versus match point. 2 rails are landed on you. k1llsen right now, he is going for the heroics, but gellehsak's made a good counterplay and moved out of line of sight.
k1llsen smells blood.
Yeah, he's going to get everything. He's going to get 2 big items at the moment. gellehsak has just swapped places and nothing. gellehsak doesn't do anything at all with that asset. He's got 1 champion left, and he's possibly going to drop this match otherwise.
Here we go, k1llsen with the opportunity to win, as gellehsak does land some damage on him, but k1llsen knows he can take his time. He has 2 frags in his pocket to play with, and he will wait out the perfect moment to finish off the Canadian.
Is he going to try and do something with his dire orb? We'll get onto the arm. The rail misses, and that is a saving grace there for gellehsak, getting himself onto that. He's got 3 minutes of which to work with, where anything is possible right now.
Rockets coming in now as he's waiting for k1llsen. Jumps around the corner with the rail. They had to hit it, and k1llsen will escape. k1llsen doesn't have much health to play with. He's going to chase out this. Does he? No.
I can't believe that k1llsen actually made all those plays without using Ghost Walk at the time. In fact, he's just used Ghost Walk now. The armor's up in a second. Is gellehsak going to try and drop for this? Or he's going to try and make another interesting read? I don't know if he just heard the armor getting taken. This is going to be very interesting if he has. And I think gellehsak's missed out on a chance to make it back into this. His health was looking good. His armor was, I guess it was fine. And 10 seconds until k1llsen has got Ghost Walk up once more.
Mega collected by gellehsak, and k1llsen now is the focus of his attentions. The clock has 2 minutes left on it for gellehsak. His time in this match.
Has he just forgotten that armor's up or something?
Oh, that was his moment. Right between the crosshairs was k1llsen, and he escapes. Now will he get him another again? I think k1llsen may have line of sight on him, and does. There's the rail 1. Can he finish up with anything more? Both miss the next shot.
That was a good prepared dire orb just there. Oh, the rail though from k1llsen. How are you going to survive? He's trying to dodge, but he's not going to make it. k1llsen cleans up, makes it 3-1 here on the last map, and that is him going to be winning this group match.
Well.